3200 BCE. Egyptian hieroglyphs. In the annals of ancient civilizations, few writing systems capture the imagination quite like the mysterious and elegant Egyptian hieroglyphs. These intricate symbols, etched on temple walls and papyrus scrolls, offer a fascinating glimpse into a world that flourished thousands of years ago. The development of hieroglyphs in ancient Egypt marks a pivotal moment in the history of written communication. These symbols were not merely a means of recording language, they were a powerful tool that shaped the cultural, religious, and political landscape of one of history's most remarkable civilizations. As we embark on this journey through time, we will explore the origins, evolution, and enduring legacy of Egyptian hieroglyphs, unraveling their significance in the tapestry of human history and their profound impact on our understanding of ancient societies. Long before the pyramids pierced the horizon of ancient Egypt, the need for communication had already taken root in the heart of human society. In a world without written language, early humans relied on oral tradition and rudimentary symbols to convey messages. However, as Egyptian civilization began to flourish along the fertile banks of the Nile River, a more sophisticated method of recording and preserving information became necessary. The genesis of Egyptian hieroglyphs can be traced back to around 3200 BCE, a period marked by significant cultural and political changes. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under the first pharaohs created a complex society that required efficient administration and record-keeping. The burgeoning bureaucracy, along with the religious and ceremonial practices of the time, demanded a more formal and versatile means of communication. In this context, hieroglyphs emerged not merely as artistic expressions, but as functional tools. Initially, these symbols were simple pictorial representations of everyday objects. These early hieroglyphs were used primarily for labeling and basic record-keeping, particularly in the context of trade and resource management. However, the potential of these symbols was vast. Hieroglyphs were poised to evolve from practical signs to a full-fledged writing system capable of capturing the nuances of language and thought. This evolution was fueled by the needs of a society that was becoming increasingly complex and interconnected. The development of hieroglyphic writing was also deeply intertwined with the religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The word hieroglyph itself, derived from the Greek hieros and glyphian, means sacred carving. This name reflects the spiritual significance attributed to these symbols, seen as a sacred language that could communicate with the gods. Thus, the roots of hieroglyphic writing in Egypt were planted in a fertile ground of socio-political change, religious tradition, and the intrinsic human desire to communicate and record. From these roots would grow one of the world's most iconic writing systems, a system that would record the triumphs, tribulations, and everyday life of an ancient civilization. The earliest hieroglyphs appeared in the form of pictograms. These symbols were direct representations of objects and concepts familiar to the ancient Egyptians. For example, a picture of a bird represented the actual creature, and a wave of water symbolized the Nile. These initial symbols were primarily used for labeling and identifying possessions, especially in the context of trade and storage. As the Egyptian state grew in power and scope, so did the need for a more complex system of writing. Hieroglyphs began to evolve, transitioning from simple pictorial representations to a more sophisticated script capable of conveying abstract ideas and complex sentences. This evolution was crucial in enabling the administration to document laws, decrees, and treaties effectively. The development of hieroglyphic writing was also influenced by the religious and ceremonial needs of the society. Hieroglyphs were used extensively in sacred texts and inscriptions in tombs and temples. The script was believed to hold magical properties, with the power to bring messages to the gods and ensure the safe passage of the deceased to the afterlife. Hieroglyphic writing was not just a utilitarian tool, it was an art form. The beauty and elegance of the script are evident in the meticulous carvings on temple walls and the delicate brushstrokes on papyrus. The scribes who mastered this script were highly skilled artisans, trained in the art of turning language into visual masterpieces. The birth of hieroglyphs marked a significant leap forward in the ability of humans to record and transmit knowledge. This system of writing enabled the ancient Egyptians to preserve their history, culture, and beliefs, providing us with a window into their world. Hieroglyphs were more than just symbols, they were the keystones of an enduring legacy, a legacy that continues to fascinate and enlighten us millennia later. As the ancient Egyptian civilization progressed, so too did the sophistication of its writing system. Hieroglyphic writing, initially comprising simple pictograms, evolved into a complex script, capable of conveying nuanced and multifaceted messages. The evolution of hieroglyphs was characterized by several key advancements. First was the development of phonetic glyphs. Unlike the initial pictograms, which represented objects or ideas, phonetic glyphs represented sounds. This transition allowed for the expression of abstract concepts and names, expanding the script's utility beyond concrete representations. Another significant development was the introduction of determinatives. These were symbols that provided no phonetic value but clarified the meaning of the words they followed. For instance, a symbol depicting a roll of papyrus at the end of a series of glyphs could indicate that the preceding characters referred to a document or writing. This period also saw the standardization of hieroglyphs. Uniformity in the script style and usage became more pronounced, particularly in formal inscriptions on monuments, tombs, and temples. This standardization was vital for maintaining consistency and clarity across the vast and culturally rich landscape of Egypt. Hieroglyphs were not only used for monumental inscriptions, but also for everyday writing on papyrus, wood, and other materials. The script evolved to suit these different mediums, leading to the development of a cursive form known as hieratic. Hieratic was a streamlined version of hieroglyphic writing, designed for quicker and easier writing with ink and reed pens. The evolution of hieroglyphic writing was not just a linguistic development, it was a reflection of the changing needs and complexities of Egyptian society. As the civilization grew in power and influence, so too did its need for an effective means of communication and record-keeping. In essence, the development of hieroglyphs, from simple pictograms to a sophisticated writing system, is a testament to the ingenuity and adaptability of the ancient Egyptians. It demonstrates their understanding of the power of written language as a tool for administration, storytelling, and cultural preservation. In the tapestry of ancient Egyptian society, hieroglyphs were much more than a method of writing, they were an integral part of the cultural, religious, and political fabric of the civilization. Their use and influence permeated various aspects of daily and ceremonial life, shaping the identity and legacy of one of history's most enigmatic cultures. Hieroglyphs played a crucial role in the religious life of ancient Egypt. They adorned the walls of temples and tombs, believed to be a divine language that connected the mortal world with the gods. These sacred texts, inscribed with meticulous care, were thought to hold magical powers. In the context of funerary practices, hieroglyphs were used to ensure the safe passage of the deceased to the afterlife, depicting spells and prayers from the Book of the Dead. In the realm of governance, hieroglyphic writing was essential for maintaining the pharaonic bureaucracy. Decrees, laws, and administrative records were meticulously inscribed in hieroglyphs, ensuring the smooth operation of the state. This practice extended to monumental projects, where hieroglyphs recorded the achievements and reigns of pharaohs, immortalizing them in stone. The significance of hieroglyphic literacy in Egyptian society cannot be overstated. Literacy in hieroglyphs was restricted to a select group of scribes and priests, who underwent extensive training to master this complex art. These individuals held esteemed positions in society, acting as the keepers of knowledge and tradition. Their ability to read and write hieroglyphs was not only a practical skill but also a sacred duty. Moreover, hieroglyphs were a medium for artistic expression. The integration of text and imagery in Egyptian art is a hallmark of their aesthetic. Scenes depicting daily life, religious rituals, and mythological stories were often accompanied by hieroglyphic inscriptions, providing context and depth to the visual narratives. In summary, hieroglyphs were deeply woven into the fabric of ancient Egyptian society. They were a tool for communication, a bridge to the divine, a symbol of power, and a canvas for artistic expression. Their presence in every aspect of Egyptian life underscores their importance in shaping and preserving the culture and history of this remarkable civilization. The story of Egyptian hieroglyphs, like all great narratives, encompasses both a rise and a fall. The decline of this ancient script is as intriguing as its inception and speaks volumes about the ever-changing landscape of human history and culture. The decline of hieroglyphs began around the 1st century CE, influenced by a series of political and cultural changes within Egypt. The conquest of Egypt by Alexander the Great and the subsequent rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty saw Greek language and culture gaining prominence. Later, the Roman conquest further diminished the status of hieroglyphs, as Latin became the dominant script in official and administrative contexts. However, the final blow to the use of hieroglyphs came with the spread of Christianity and later Islam across Egypt. These religions brought their own scripts and languages, Greek and Arabic, respectively, which gradually replaced hieroglyphic writing. By the 4th century CE, the use of hieroglyphs had ceased, and the knowledge of how to read them was lost, turning these once vibrant symbols into enigmatic relics of a bygone era. The rediscovery of hieroglyphs in the modern era is a tale of curiosity, scholarship, and serendipity. The key to unlocking the secrets of hieroglyphs came with the discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799 by French soldiers in Egypt. This remarkable artifact bore an inscription in 3 scripts, Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphs. The Greek text, which could be read, provided the much-needed breakthrough for scholars to begin deciphering hieroglyphs. The decipherment of hieroglyphs was a monumental task that spanned several decades. Scholars like Jean-François Champollion played a pivotal role in this endeavor. Through painstaking analysis and comparison, Champollion and others gradually unraveled the phonetic and symbolic nature of hieroglyphs, revealing the rich tapestry of ancient Egyptian language and culture. The rediscovery and decipherment of hieroglyphs opened a window into the ancient world, allowing us to hear the voices of a civilization that had remained silent for centuries. It was not just a linguistic achievement but a cultural resurrection, enabling us to connect with and understand a pivotal chapter in human history. The legacy of Egyptian hieroglyphs transcends their ancient origins, echoing through the corridors of history to influence modern understanding of early human civilizations. As one of the earliest writing systems, hieroglyphs laid the groundwork for the development of subsequent scripts, shaping the trajectory of written communication. Their decipherment in the 19th century ignited a renewed fascination with ancient Egypt, spurring advancements in the field of Egyptology and archaeology. Today, hieroglyphs stand as a testament to human creativity and intellect, reminding us of the enduring power of language to preserve, enlighten, and connect across millennia.